You know what else is fun, Sam? Having the Big Ten hockey tournament at Joe Louis Arena for the first time ever. Single tickets, single session tickets, or family 4-packs. All kinds of tickets are available at OlympiaEntertainment.com/Big Ten. You can call 313-471-7575. You can cheer on our Wolverines in the first ever Big Ten hockey tournament being played at the Joe. Obviously, they had one last year in St. Paul. But this year, home ice for the Michigan schools, in particular, our team at Michigan plays tonight at 8 o'clock.
Yeah, you hope that leads the fans to go out and support the Wolverines. And joining us to talk about the week that was, and, of course, the Big Ten tournament is Michigan assistant hockey coach Brian Wiseman. Coach, good morning. How are you?
Doing great, Sam. How are you?
I'm doing great. So let's start off first, Coach, going back to last weekend against the Spartans, and it started off, obviously, on a high note with that 5-3 victory over the Spartans up there in East Lansing. And, boy, Travis Lynch came up for you big in that contest.
Yeah, Travis had a late goal. We were down a man early in the game with JT Confer, and he stepped up into a role that he's not familiar with, I guess, or not have a whole lot of experience playing up with Andrew Kopp on one of our top lines, and was able to bury the puck late in the game, and it was great. Our kids gave a tremendous effort on the road, and very proud of them, and we were very excited on our momentum going forward, coming back home to Yost.
Coach, did you feel like in that game that a lot of times, I know they say it's about skill, but sometimes, man, there's just some fluky things that kind of happen. Did you feel like they got kind of some fluky things with their goals early on?
Well, I'm not sure if it was fluky. Some of the goals that happened, over even the last few games, where we kind of scratch our head and wondering, like, was there any breakdown on our part, or was it just one of those plays that happen in sports? And those happened during the game, and we got to be able to rebound for them. We got out to an early lead. We executed a game plan tremendously. Our kids played, very hard and very determined. And so we played a good, solid road game that gave us an opportunity to win through special teams, through 5-on-5 play, and then we're able to close it out late in the game. So give a lot of full marks to our kids and how they competed and how they prepared to play that particular game.
That kind of speaks to me, Coach, because you mentioned your guys were prepared. It's not to say that you weren't prepared in other games, but what jumped out to me in this contest, the early scoring, the first period goals, you guys got off to a really good start, and it just seems like on some of the games that didn't go your way, it was a byproduct of not getting off to a good start.
Yeah, I think a lot of teams, especially in college hockey, if you look at records per se, getting out to a lead on another team usually is very favorable. And not that one can't come back from one, and not that one shift or the first 5 minutes of the game should determine the 60-minute game and the outcome. But we wanted to get off to a good start, especially on the road, and we did that. We were able to get pucks in deep, force their defense and their team to defend us. And we did that just with a simple chip in by Dexter Danks and JT Confer flying, gets the puck behind the net. And we talked about playing behind the net because it's a tough area to defend, and put it back out to Dexter Danks, who went to the net front. And we talked about getting in front of this goalie, whether our defense get the puck and we are making it tough on him to see the pucks, or we're going to get things in tight and put him upstairs. And he did exactly that.
All right, so, Coach, that takes us to the next game. And I know you are very familiar, being a hockey guy like you are, with the saying, he stood on his head. And that next contest, the last contest against Michigan State, as far as the play of your team is concerned, I wonder if I'm off base in saying you had to be really pleased with how your guys played, but you got to tip your cap to a goaltender that just played one hell of a game.
Yeah, without question on both accounts that you mentioned. Our kids played hard. They put it on the line. They did everything that we could ask. The other team always has a say in it, and they in particular had one individual that had a big say in it, and in Hildebrandt, their goalie. And he played tremendous and good for him. And but with our team and what we talked about was that's the type of game we play. If we play that style of game coming in here this weekend, we got a lot of hockey ahead of us. And that's all we can ask for our kids.
Yeah, obviously it was disappointing, the loss, but you get this opportunity, this tournament opportunity. It really seems like is it easier said than done to kind of turn the page, or is it one of those things where you get a chance to have that second season to extend your season, and guys really do a great job of putting a disappointing loss behind them?
Yeah, and I think that was our focus coming through. We had Sunday off, and I know it would sting, and it stung our staff and all of our players. We talked about it on Monday, and we were hoping to flush that game out. We didn't even revisit that game. Usually on a Monday, we would revisit the game with some things we need to improve on or other things. We flushed that game. We were looking on out of Wisconsin in the Big Ten tournament. We had 2 good days of practice on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, and we'll have a pregame skate here and getting ready for tonight. But what we take from that is we should have a lot of momentum and confidence coming into today and into the tournament. So that was our focus this week. We wanted to keep it upbeat and up tempo, and I think we did that. And we'll see how tonight plays out.
Coach, do you guys as coaches, do you even broach the subject of the NCAA tournament, or do you just completely leave that to the side and only talk about the Big Ten tournament?
Yeah, we mentioned it just a little bit yesterday, and that's one of our goals that our captains and our seniors and our team put together at the start of the year is want to make the NCAA. It's been a couple of years since we've been there, and we know there's only one avenue to get there now, and that's to win 3 games here this weekend. But we know our focus is on Wisconsin. We know them very well from just playing with Yost a few weeks ago, and they're going to be tough. They're a much better team than we saw early in January, and what their record indicates, and everyone's going to talk about them being in last place in the Big Ten. Everyone's at 0 wins, 0 losses here today, and that's our focus, that's our mindset, and we know it's going to be one game at a time, but we feel really good about our draw that we have ahead, and or where our team is kind of mentally right now.
Yeah, and Coach, just a few words about Wisconsin, really quick, as you guys handled them in the regular season, beat them 4 times. You said that they're better now. What are they doing better? Give us a glimpse what the Badgers are going to bring to the table.
Yeah, I think just as that young team grows throughout the year, they mature, they get better, they get a little bit more experience, they get more confident. And we saw that at Yost Ice Arena. If you take our 2 games there, yeah, we swept as a 3-0 and a 5-2 game, I believe. But 5-on-5 hockey, it was even. We didn't have any 5-on-5 goals on the Friday in the 3-0 game. It was 2 power play goals and an even strength goal. And then on Saturday, they got out to a 1-0 lead. They scored 2 even strength goals. We matched them with 2 even strength goals. We had 2 power play goals and another empty netter. So 5-on-5 hockey in a world that there might not be too many penalties called in tournament play. We have to respect that, and that was our focus here yesterday in our meeting.
All right, well, Coach, hey, get it done. Like you said, you got to get the 3 games down there. Hopefully, you do it. We'll talk to you guys next week. Good luck, and obviously, as we just got from a fan, just tweeted at me. He said, "Tell Coach go blue." So go blue.
So go blue, and look forward to all our fans down here at Joe Louis, and I look forward to speaking with you guys again next week.
All right, thanks a lot, Coach. That was Michigan assistant hockey coach Brian Wiseman, who made it pretty plain they have their work cut out for them. Got to win 3 games down there at the Joe. Fortunately, it's at the Joe, so should have a nice home crowd to take on Wisconsin tonight, 8 o'clock at the Joe, and